Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Enter the Gungeon. We were due for a marine run before we did our robot run, so let's get back on the cycle here. How did we do on the last run? The last run was like, I don't want runs to be like the last one, because the last one was like a roller coaster. I want them to be more like, the Yodelehi Price is Right mountain climber from, oh, what the fuck? Like, I know what's on the Price is Right, but I'm trying to think of what's the name of the mountain climber game. It's like Hill Climbers or something like that, but it's... Anyway. The whole point is, I want it to be more like, just a constant up, as opposed to an up and down. Fourth floor, we got a flawless on the last floor. A fourth floor flawless is really, usually something to be really impressed with. Instead, that just really kept us alive slightly longer than we otherwise would have been able to do it ourselves. Mostly because I royally fucked up the second floor flawless. And a little bit of dumb damage in the interim periods as well, not on bosses, but really, like, getting my ass kicked by the second floor boss. And getting our ass kicked on the second floor boss at this point, or at least as the robot, really is just taking one hit, is enough to be a real bummer. That held us, made it so it was tougher for us to succeed at the very least. But we're playing as the Marine now, which means we actually have a little bit more, not that we want to do this, but we have a little bit more ability to take damage and not ruin our entire run in the meantime. We're going to try to keep our blanks, and to be honest with you, unlike the robot, I'm not a huge fan of the Marine's starting weapons, so I hope that we're able to get 2 keys on this floor, but if we're only able to get 1, I hope it's a good gun. You know, a good gun really enables us to get HP by making it easy enough for us to beat the boss without getting hit ourselves. And I'm ready to start putting some wins in the win column. I've been putting a lot of wins in the loss column. I'm ready to put some wins in the win column, which is where they belong. I mean, that's why they call it the win column. We're probably just gonna shoot that chest. I really can't see myself opening a brown chest, even if we get to a second key. If we get 5 keys, I'll open that brown chest. But the odds of us getting 5 keys on the first floor, when we only have 1 so far, are relatively low. Theoretically possible. We could get 2 from the boss. It just strikes me as probably not something that's too likely to happen. But for now, let's head downwards. We got our shop still remaining here. We could buy 1 key. If it's a brown gun, I'm not necessarily interested. But Austin has told me that sometimes brown guns can be a little bit more than meets the eye. Not always. You know, usually they have, well, you know, it's a proportional thing, but they have a chance to be pretty bad. They have a small chance to be quite good. We also do have the ability to go to the oubliette. I can't see myself doing that unless we get another couple of key drops, but we'll see. I'm not gonna, you know, force myself into one direction or another just yet. 2 brown chests. We opened the first one, got the t-shirt cannon. It might be better as a boss killer, I don't know. So, despite saying that I was probably going to shoot that brown chest, now we know it's a passive or an active. We've already opened brown gun. We might as well see what we get passive-wise here. We got another key, which is awesome. And we got the compass, which shows us the direction to the, boss fight? The next descending elevator. First off, I'm gonna use this. Not because it's good, but because I don't want the rat getting any of our hard-earned, you know, stuff here. The t-shirt gun is not very good. In fact, it might not even be functional as a room clearer. But the fact that we got an extra key back for getting that other brown chest at least takes a little bit of the sting out. And who knows, maybe it's actually like an acceptable... Wow, it's a long walk back to our shop. Maybe it's an acceptable boss clearer. I think we'll buy a key, and then we'll go fight our boss, and depending on how our boss fight goes, we'll choose whether or not we're going to go to the oubliette or whether we're just going to go onwards. But I actually think the compass is a pretty good item for us to have picked up here. Smiley's revolver for 65, rocket-powered bullets for 65. I'm not sure if it's worth buying rocket-powered bullets, but I figure let's fight the Gatling Gull first and just... Oh, great job! Great job, self. I'm not gonna beat myself up, you know, too much over it. I'm not gonna let morale hit rock bottom because I got hit on the Gatling Gull fight, but, like, There was no need to get hit by that. There was no need to use a blank. There was probably no need to dodge roll. I pretty much just had a little bit of a brain fart and more or less walked right into it. But, you know, I think it's important, you know, the first floor flawless is not the be-all, end-all. It's really nice to get started on the right foot, but it's not the difference between life and death. Usually. Also, usually I don't do this, but I'm going to go ahead and break them off a little piece of the remix. Get out of here, Gatling, go. Really didn't want to have to use a second blank there, but I'd rather have no chance at a secret room and a better chance of finishing this. Well, we only got the 60 credits. We got the Void Marshal, which I think is okay, and I may just actually use that to start with here. Let's grab, oh, there's no key for sale. Because I picked up a key. So I guess we're not going to the oubliette either. Okay, this is a bad start. I'll be the first to tell you this is a bad start. But there's definitely room to grow. We didn't get a flawless. We did get an active item that, assuming it actually works for us on Bullet Hell, is awesome. And I mean that sincerely, with it. Awesome with a capital A. Allowing us to skip as much of Bullet Hell as possible might make it one of the best active items in the game. Of course, up until that point, where we actually get to Bullet Hell, it's going to be useless. But, and I'd still rather have just the ability to give ourselves HP instead. And there's kind of the elephant in the room, which is that it may not actually give us any benefit at all on Bullet Hell. But we're gonna do our damnedest to find out, you know? So I'm almost thinking that, you know, we save our... or we use our Marine Sidearm, which is okay. And then we save our T-shirt cannon. Not that it deserves to be saved, but, you know, we save it for use on rooms that have pits in convenient places. And then we use the T-shirt cannon's knockback, which is really its only strength, as I see it, to knock enemies into pits more easily. But certainly, like, this is not a great start. I am happy with the compass, though. The compass could be this run's saving grace right now. That and the fact that I guess we have more money than we normally would have because we didn't buy a key on our first floor. Now, we could easily hemorrhage a key early here if we want to go see Mapman. That might also be Fairy in a jar, but let's start by opening up the shop, grabbing our key, and then seeing if maybe there's a passive in our shop that would be nice to pick up. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. The laser sight. Okay. This, in and of itself, is not necessarily amazing, but I think by itself, in a vacuum, is pretty good. Then, for a variety of weapons, it's going to be amazing. And there's probably some passive synergies as well. Like, if we get scatter shot with laser sight, I'm assuming that our bullets will be less powerful, but we'll be shooting way more of them, and they'll all be aimed properly. It'd be like getting a soy milk tractor beam combo or something. So we have a gun muncher in here. Absolutely no sweat to put the T-shirt cannon in there, but we do need another gun to use with the T-shirt cannon in there. +1 to bullet, very for this. Even though I don't really know what it does, I consider myself a huge fan. Ooh, I didn't expect this room to be as large as it actually is. Ooh, a little dicey. I don't know if I want to be on this side of the map, but I've made my bed. Now it's time to lie in it. Good stuff. Well, so far this floor has actually gone really well. It's up to us to get the flawless here, and I don't want to put too much pressure on ourselves, but if we don't get the flawless on this boss, we're really going to be behind the curve. You know, 1 HP, take it or leave it. You can make some pretty, like, easy rationalizations, like, well, before Bullet Hell, I'll just buy 1 armor that I wouldn't have normally had, or something like that, and then, you know, you're pretty much on the same level. 2 HP starts to become, like, actually pretty deleterious. Like, that's where it starts to make a meaningful difference. It's not to say 1 HP is not going to make the difference. It could, and we have had, without a doubt, we've had Lich runs that only won because of the fact that we had, you know, 1 extra HP. But it's not like we can just, you know, restart the run here. I guess we literally could restart the run, but it seems a little bit, you know, not in the spirit of, you know, being a sporting player here. Instead, we're going to focus on, hopefully, recovering from that point onwards, from this point onwards. We got really lucky that the grenade blew up and actually destroyed the enemy bullets there. We were in a tight spot. Let myself get kind of stuck behind there. And the Void Marshal is heads and tails above our other weapons right now, and that's very obvious. Don't need that quite yet, but maybe at some point in this floor. So I think the Void Marshal is really nice to have for our boss fight. Hopefully we get a good gun, but if we get a shitty gun, we know we can get value out of the T-shirt cannon. So there's something to be said for that. If we get a shitty gun, it could become a decent gun. Probably not, though. But maybe. I really would like to get to the last treasure on this floor, the last item on this floor, before we fight the boss, just because I'm a little concerned that maybe, even though the Void Marshal's great, if we end up fighting like Ammo Conda or something, I'm not going to be thrilled. Oh, it's the AK-47. Which shoots keys, don't they? So if I actually go here, we now have 500 keys. Is this correct? This seems really good. It works! Alright, what is this? Fairy in a jar? Hopefully not. It's Map Man. Heck yeah. Do we use the AK-47? We'll see how much damage it does, but I'm not gonna save 495 keys. That seems ridiculous. I think there's a lot of value in, you know, keeping this at like 20 or something like that, but it seems to do an absolute fuck ton of damage. So we don't want to run out of ammo for this because it comes with unlimited keys, effectively, or 500 keys. But I don't want to be so sparse with it while it's like heads and tails above our other alternatives here. So that seems like an awesome pickup. Definitely not salty that I used my keys on the last floor then. Because we are now set for life, man. Okay, there's our flawless. That's lovely. And we also got the Magnum. And to be honest with you, it really, at this point, comes down to, do I think the Magnum is is it better or worse than what we'd get from a Gun Muncher? I'd say probably better. Let's see what we get from Map Man. He's giving us the crossbow. Okay, actually, that's fine. I will put T-shirt cannon and crossbow into the Gun Muncher, and we would expect to get something better than T-shirt cannon, which is trash, and something better than crossbow. We at least have a shot. Let's see what we got here. These are both brown chest items, but they have paid out with the Derringer. No, the Makarov. Okay, this might not be that bad. I actually don't know. I might rather have the crossbow, but who knows? No, why buy a key at this point? Save your money. You'd be much better off, like, buying ammo, if anything, but definitely we don't want to buy a key. We have unlimited. Assuming if we shoot a chest, it also opens up. I think we're going to use the Void Marshal for room clearing from this point onwards, and the AK-47, as we saw, is an acceptable boss killer. I would like to have a better boss killer, and just have the AK-47 for backup, but also free keys forever. But certainly, like, this is... I mean, it's transformed our run. I wouldn't say I was, like, despondent earlier, but I was, like, on the fence about how much of a chance we actually had after taking some really stupid damage against the Gatling Gull, and this has turned me around here. It also, not only is it good, but the fact that we get unlimited keys means we never have to buy keys. So effectively, by picking it up, we've not only picked up a good gun, and we have access to every single chest for the rest of the game that we come across, every single locked room, etc., etc. But also, we probably get enough money as a result of not buying keys to pay for one extra item. And all of these things working in aggregate could be extremely valuable for us. The AK-47 is going to be our boss killer for the time being, so I would probably pick up ammo for that instead of the Void Marshal, but we'll see. The Void Marshal is going to chew through ammo pretty quickly, so I've got to be at least aware of that. Great stuff. Oh, man. I think I'll just wait for these bullets to dissipate. The AK-47 is like half done. So I think we'll switch for now, and hopefully we'll get another ammo drop. It does mean that maybe instead of buying keys, I'll just be buying ammo more frequently. But honestly, that's fine by me as well. And the Void Marshal is not an ideal room clearer, I'm realizing, as a result of the fact that we, you know, the ammo is kind of a present issue, but it does do an awful lot of damage, man. Like, we're able to output enough damage to kill every enemy really, really quickly, which is valuable. If we can just continue to get ammo like we're doing right now, then it's no problem, but we probably can't rely on that, you know, forever. But for now, it's wonderful. In fact, it might actually be a better room, or a better boss killer than the AK-47. But I'm not gonna mess with that for now. Why mess with a good thing? Let's put it this way. It helped us beat the Ammo-Conda without even really noticing. I did use both blanks, but the Ammo-Conda's just a garbage man, so... And when I say garbage man, I mean that it's a man who does a dirty job that is deserving of my respect. He takes out the second floor trash, and I appreciate that more than you can possibly imagine. Lovely. Okay, on our shop, I mean, ammo's a concern, but not quite yet, but it could reasonably be soon. I don't think we buy anything here. You know, we're not the robot. I don't think we benefit from stacking up armor too much. So, in a way, it's a blessing in disguise. It means we save our money for the next floor, and hopefully at some point we get some dope passives that we can buy. But for now, let's go AK-47 versus the Dreadnoughts. That's fine. Just want to try the Void Marshal quickly. I don't know. I feel like it's better. I feel like the Void Marshal might be our boss killer, which is actually, you know, it's a load off my shoulders because it means that I'm never going to accidentally run out of keys just from killing a boss. Which would, I mean, even if it's not strategically that bad, it makes me look like an idiot. So I appreciate the Void Marshal. And you know what? The Void Marshal is an item that... or a weapon that I haven't really respected to the degree that it really seems like it deserves right now. I've had it many, many times in my life, and I've sort of always been like, oh, it's the Void Marshal. Marshal, Marshal, Marshal. There's a little Brady Bunch reference for those of you out there who are huge fans of the BBs, the G-dubs and AGs. I put myself in a horrible position on this fight, and we still managed to make it happen. It's pretty lucky. We got armor. We did not get ammo, but we did get a blooper. And I'm not talking about America's Funniest Home Videos. So I guess, you know what? Let's save the Void Marshal for boss fights then, and we'll try to surmount the rest of this floor with either the Makarov, or... We have another pistol, right? No. Oh, yeah, we do. We have the Makarov, and we have the Magnum. So we'll see if these are capable room clearers. For now, the AK-47 will save for free chests and other rooms. And the Void Marshal will save for boss fights. But also with the knowledge that these are potentially like backup guns in case we run out of ammo later. And they're actually like totally fine as backup guns. Like AK-47 was a really good boss killer. Void Marshal seems like a competent boss killer. Even into the late game, potentially. Alright, we're looking for chests. We haven't seen any so far. There's one. It works. And that's 2 levels of curse. Let's do it. I still think it's worth it. And the Excalibur, I think, is a pretty good weapon that functions as a utility weapon. I think. Capable of killing bosses, capable of killing, you know, clearing rooms. Decent amount of ammo, but it's an automatic weapon, so it will chew through it pretty quickly. But prepare yourself, because we are going to be experiencing a lot of jammed enemies now, especially relative to where we were before on 0 levels of curse and basically never seeing jammed enemies. I gotta admit, I'm probably done with the Makarov once this floor is done. So we'll see how else the rest of the floor shakes out. We could, if we wanted to, get rid of the Makarov in the Gun Muncher. But it doesn't really make sense to me to do that unless we have another gun we don't like. So, I mean, I think the Magnum is actually pretty okay. So I don't really want to throw it into a gun muncher for a chance of getting something better. I don't know. It's a tough call. But, I mean, as of right now, this floor's gone fine. The Makarov is just a little underpowered relative to what we would like to see. There we go. I just wanted to at least knock that guy out. So he's not protecting these units anymore. There we go. And you should be dead. And I really thought that would be the end of this room, but that's okay either way. No ammo, huh? Definitely use the A key, and we get Table Tech Blank. It's the best of the... Ooh. We will use a blank there. I don't know what I'm hoping for from a secret room. I guess more chests, and hopefully more chests that require keys, strangely enough. 25? 28? That's a little pricey for a blank at this point in my life. It is another chest that requires a key. The armor's good. And we got the Proton Pack, which I think is definitely worth saving as well. I don't think we have two guns we want to trade, which is actually awesome. The fact that we don't have two guns we want to trade is lovely. So we're just going to head onwards here. Continue to get stronger. AK-47 is doing some amazing stuff for us. Paying 3 keys for that gun is a no-brainer. If you can afford it. I'm not thrilled with all of our other weapons, but the Excalibur is pretty good as well. I don't think the Excalibur makes sense as a room clearer. Yet, at least. You know, we'll give the Magnum a chance to run out of ammo. Try to save like 50 ammo for the Void Marshal for now, but this seems pretty good. Proton Backpack is it's an acceptable weapon to use in a time of need, for sure. Yeah, the Makarov, the fact that it takes 2 hits to kill these guys and it has a low clip size, is very indicative of the fact that long-term this is not going to be a weapon of choice for us. Fatboy Slim will not be writing a song about this weapon. Right, don't forget about Table Tech Blank, which is actually quite nice on a room like this. Even if we don't knock enemies into a pit or find a secret room, getting a Table Tech item for 28 credits, along with a little bit of armor, which was nice, is really what we paid here. And I think that's well worth it. It's much nicer than having paid 60 for it, I'll tell you that much. Or whatever it would be on this. It would probably be like 80 on this floor. Just hoping for some laser action. Then we just do that, protect ourselves when we kill this guy. Now the Magnum is almost out of ammo already. Doesn't mean it's bad. Just means it's light on ammo. This is Super Metroid helmet, which gives us full HP or nearly full HP. Not bad, but honestly, if things go well, hopefully it's unnecessary for us. AK-47. And Ring of Mimic Friendship? Ring of Chess Vampirism is actually pretty good. This sucks. Gungeon, I love you. If you hadn't given me teleporters, I never would have ever noticed that there's no teleporters in this situation. I wouldn't have been ornery about it, because I wouldn't have known what life on the other side is like. But when you give me teleporters, and then you don't give me teleporters so that I've got like a 9-room walk to get back to the next place, it just doesn't feel right, man. And I was going to say, there has to be a teleporter in there. Magnum's got 2 shots, and now it's done. Geez, this is actually a good question. Maybe we use, like, Proton Pack now? Problem is, beams go through ammo real quickly. I don't know. I don't know if I want to be using this, but I definitely do not want to be using the Makarov either. Step right up, step right up. Let's do it. Give me a gun that is good at room clearing. I could use it right now. Beautiful. Okay. Now we want to deflect off of the thing and into the other section, like this. I think this makes sense. Oh, what? I hate myself. What about this one? Lovely. I got 1. I get a blue chest. It's actually surprisingly good. And that's invincibility. I'm gonna take it over the compass. I know we haven't used the compass, like, at all. I do think it makes... I think the invincibility is more important. But I do think that it makes sense to buy copper amulet. Although there's... I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough call. I'm not sure how I feel about this situation, to be honest with you. It's 98 for that. We gotta think. We're not just paying 98 for it. We're paying 98, plus... probably not being able to buy anything from our forge shop. Now, our forge shop might have jack shit that's actually good on it. But still, we are losing that opportunity cost. I mean, getting a key at this point doesn't really matter. I'd much rather get ammo, but I'm gonna try the proton backpack for now. Let's see what we got. It's the wallmonger. How much damage we doing here? It's pretty good, right? I think I'm just gonna roll with this. You know, generally the wisdom is it's better to run out of ammo with 1 weapon than it is to have like 4 weapons half out of ammo. I understand that reasoning, and I largely agree with it. Okay, let's use the rest of our Void Marshal ammo. Really just trying to get the star up. Oh, that was real dicey. Trying to get the invincibility ready to go again. Oh, we're out of Void Marshal ammo. The blooper, which is a lovely item. And there's our flawless. The blooper's incredible. I'm hoping we get ammo, though. No ammo drops. We did get armor. We did get another weapon that at least temporarily has usefulness in the form of the science cannon. And I think we'll use the science cannon to clear rooms for a little bit here. We can get to our shop. Honestly, I'm hoping that our shop has like 2 armor, or sorry, 2 ammo available. 2 armor, I could not care less. Ammo is a real sore spot right now, though. Okay, we do have ammo, and the metronome, we won't be able to buy both, and the crutch is pretty good too, and the meat bun's alright. We got a lot of options here. Instead of the metronome, I'd like to buy the crutch, which just helps in our aim. I don't know, though, it's tough. Ammo can just drop. I'm just hopeful that the crutch doesn't completely, like, do nothing for us because of the result that we have, or because of the fact that we already have the scope. I can't imagine that they would do exactly the same thing. That would be surprising to me. I mean, oh, that was the first damage we've taken in quite some time, but I feel like we're doing really well. I really would love some extra ammo, though. I mean, it's a little bit old hat at this point, but I may have made, like, exactly the wrong choice in that shop. Metronome's great, but I wish it didn't stop being great when you changed weapons. What do we got here? Might as well get a key ready. And it's the Corsair. Actually, also totally fine. Oh, there's no secret room in here. Totally fine for room clearing. At least for now. We could save the science cannon a little bit. I don't know, though, man. Like, it's a great run. We got 6 HP. That's fantastic. We've got invincibility. We've got some great weapons, especially for boss killing. But I just need a little bit more, like ammo synthesizer would be beautiful if it showed up. Definitely on the forge here, we're gonna look for both chests. Don't forget about Table Tech Blank here. You know, I think the crutch is actually really helpful with Corsair. It seems like if shots get close-ish, they kind of home in. Which is really helpful with an item like this that you know, the shots ricochet for a while. Seems quite productive. As you know, the Corsair is not the most amazing damage dealer in the game, but the real strength of it is on rooms with a lot of enemies. I am amazed I didn't get hit there, and holy shit, we're gonna get out before the second Forge Hammer even drops here. Figure you just try to waste, like, as much of this guy's time as possible while putting more Corsair shots out there. It's the wrong direction to dodge. We've done it. That was really good. That felt really good as well. Yeah, I was gonna say, we should be fine. Making decent amounts of money on these runes as well. You know, one shot is never gonna kill these guys. You gotta land 3, I think. And again, the Corsair is helping out a ton here. We did recently use the Corsair on Bullet Hell, and it was a little underwhelming. We got to the point where we're like, this isn't that good at this point anymore. But we didn't have homing shots on it, which I think just allows us to get that much more, like, bonus, you know? That much more benefit out of it. And it's actually fairly ammo efficient. Like, it's not gonna last us the whole floor if we don't get ammo drops, but it's gonna last us a while. I still feel like maybe you pick up the, if you get ammo, you pick it up for the Void Marshal first, though. Oh, that was not a good shot. But we got a lot of options for ammo. A lot of viable options for ammo. This is actually, like, the one time you'll ever hear me advocate for getting, like, an ammo shrine. Yeah, I dodged right into that. That one's my bad. Not too displeased, because we do have armor, but, you know, the armor is HP, roughly, at this point of the game. I don't know why I'm charging up the shots so much. I really should just be releasing them as soon as we get on the room. Okay, actually, broccoli would be awesome. It's 192 credits. Unlikely. I think that the angry bullet might just be scatter shot. I'm not sure though. If it's scatter shot, we want it, but we still need like 40 credits to get to that point even. So we got a long way to go. Why did I change weapons? You don't take my Corsair bullets. This doesn't seem like you take my Corsair bullets. That was easy enough. We're gonna have a chest coming up soon. Honestly, I don't know how we get the amount of money we need to purchase anything here. Why buy broccoli? It's like, it's superstitious, man. The fact that the item description just says it's, you know, a member of the lettuce family, a green leafy vegetable is a member of the lettuce family. In your head, you're like, these coy motherfuckers are trying to make me think it's not good when it's actually great. Right? Is that not where your brain goes on that? That's where my brain goes on that. You gotta be done. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know, we almost have, like, awesome passive synergies here. You think one Corsair bullet could actually just kill all these guys if I waited long enough? I think not. But I'm not 100% confident in that assessment. Okay, the shots are... I'm seeing the downside of the crutch here. And that's that my shots are attacking enemies that don't actually benefit from being attacked. Yeah, you know what? Go Void Marshal ammo. The Corsair is still good enough to last us a little longer. This was a stupid decision on my part. For reasons that I'm pretty sure are very obvious. Big reason is... Drumroll, please. There was an item room right over there, and we have 3 keys, but also we have unlimited keys. So let's go check that out. Okay, this is fine. It has been opened. Oh, Super Space Turtle. It's really good. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just going to be a nice, friendly dude. He's going to hang out with us. What were we using? Corsair. He's gonna hang out with us and shoot at enemies and doesn't afraid of anything, etc., etc. Let's enter this room over here, and it's, you know, prepare yourself. I think that was a totally fine reason to use a blank. I don't really care about the flawless on the Dragon as much as I care about the flawless earlier in the game. I mean, HP is HP is HP, but 1 armor is basically worth the same as the flawless once you get to the 5th floor. And we can still get the flawless without having 2 blanks. It just lowers our chances. And I was very unlikely to not get hit from that attack right there. I did it to myself, basically. More ammo. I don't think you need it for the Corsair yet, but if you're not taking it for the Corsair, I guess you're taking it for Proton Backpack, which is fine. And next one goes to the Corsair. It's our other chest. And actually, that's a mass shotgun, which is totally fine. Doesn't look like those are secret rooms. Please die. Yeah. Yeah, I just got punched in the face by that skeleton. Not my finest moment. Corsair's doing work, man. Did that knock the cultist away? It looks like it did. Okay. Well, we found both chests. We're just looking for money at this point, so hopefully we can buy something from the shop. If we can't buy anything, we'll buy ammo. And we're done. We're done. Alright. I guess we'll buy ammo if we have it. We do. We can't really buy HP. They're homing bullets. You know, to be honest, we don't need those. So we'll buy ammo, and it's either Magnum or Corsair. I say we take it for the Corsair, which I think could be great for bosses. And I'm going to use the Void Marshal for now. I recognize, though, we haven't used the Excalibur, and we've had it, and we paid 2 curse for it. We might as well use it. But the Void Marshal, so far, has been really, really great for us at murdering fools. Alright, I've ruined my chance of the flawless early, which is embarrassing for me. Save the blank, use the thing that actually recharges. I would have loved the ice cube, by the way. Like, that would have given us such extra utility on our invincibility. The fact that we could have used it way more frequently. I really tried. I never really land that properly, but I tried to blank the SMGs out of the air. But honestly, with our current weapon loadout, I don't think the SMGs are like the most dangerous thing for us. The most dangerous thing for us is the bullets that come from side to side. And that's not necessarily run specific. That's me specific. So I'd really, really like to save our invincibility for that. And the SMGs, you know, they go down in a couple of clips, so I'm not going to sweat it too much. I don't like that I did it there, but it seems sensible. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll just, like, quickly kill as many bullets as we can on this side. And we got these guys. At this point, the keys are basically irrelevant for us. So why not use this to try to get some kills? And we're good. Okay. In fact, maybe we'll start using this as like a room clearer or something. But we're going to use it probably to start with, just to kill the heart here. Super Space Turtle, I got to admire your gumption, man. This is our 50th dragon kill in a row. It's not actually. I mean, we only have like 100 and something episodes, so it's definitely not kill 50, but the really big, we got a couple of really big strengths, I think, going down to bullet health. One of them is that we have great weapons. I can't believe I got Void Marshal ammo and it ended up being kind of shitty for us. I was under like some kind of psychosis on this run thinking it was that good, but one of them is we have a lot of weapons that are pretty solid for murdering bosses here, I think. And murdering boss, I mean, that's really the caliber of almost every single room on bullet hell. We also have a decent amount of HP, and we have an item that grants us invincibility. This is important. We're not really able to replenish our HP anyway. We're very unlikely to find chests down here. We have Super Space Turtle, though, and we really are going to have to explore probably, like, the entirety of the the rooms here. So we'll head down to Bullet Hell. What do you use? Proton Pack, Science Cannon, which is just okay, I think, but just okay for this stage in the game. It's pretty great. We could use the Corsair and just hide behind tables the whole time, but I think we've done that before, and it hasn't been that good. We had the Blooper, we got Excalibur. I think we're going to use Excalibur on the Lich fight, though. Let's use the AK-47 for now. Really, really horrible start. I kind of want Super Space Hurdle to just kill that one. Yeah, easy enough. I don't want to encounter any more thwomps. So rooms that are hell, do not hesitate to use invincibility. It is of the utmost importance. A couple of ammo drops is really all I need to conceive of, you know, being happy with this situation. I think we get right in there, pop invincibility, and just fucking go to town. Invincibility. Oh, what? You can still get hurt if you get knocked into a pit when you have the star. That's, I mean, valuable knowledge. That's like some, you know, Gungeon Mythbusters shit. I think we want 500 AK-47 bullets as opposed to, you know, Void Marshal ammo. But if you'd asked me last floor, I probably would have felt the opposite. Would just go, you know, things change. Plenty of tables. Don't be afraid. You know, table tech blanks. Useful, if for no other reason at this point than just knocking enemies into pits. Totally fine by me. Could allow us to find the secret room as well. The secret room contains, I think always on this floor, it contains like the hungry gun muncher. That was... I got caught in a cycle of rerolls there. Or not rerolls, but dodge rolls that is very tough for me to navigate out of. I'd roll, be vulnerable, roll, be vulnerable. Like, I never got a chance to really adjust my position. But that's my bad. Okay, that was really close. Almost got caught in the cycle again. Alrighty. Good stuff. We're not immune to fire. That was last run, which is weird that that's latent in my memory, considering that last run was recorded several hours ago. 2 blanks, 4.5 HP. Still happy with the situation. And this is not really a room where most of the time I'd be concerned about getting hit. So let's hold true to that prophecy. That guy's got to go first. Gotta say, AK-47, you know, use it for unlimited keys early, and then in the late game, it actually becomes like a solid room clearer. Watch out. It's just, as long as the bouncing bullet man is dead, you're good. That's why we're gonna... Oh, I was gonna say that's why we're gonna aim to kill that guy first, but he spawned in the opposite corner. Whoa, okay, kind of a dickish way to start that room. You know what happens here. There you go. No problems. Have not found a dead end yet. I think that's a great sign. I hate when I let one of these get close. It's gonna suck up so much of my ammo. I hate doing it, but I think it was sensible. Probably should have changed weapons there. Hopefully, though, we just managed to get an ammo drop. If not on this room, then soon. 5 bullets left. Let's switch. What's our next choice of weapon? Honestly, let's go Science Cannon. It's a big downgrade, I think, but we've done work. The AK-47 hopefully has set me up nicely here. Dude, the charm from the Science Cannon is A-okay. This thing is going to run out of ammo in no time flat. Alright, well, when you get hit with the status effect, you stop shooting, which is actually horrible because I can't hit you. Wow! Getting hit twice on a Leaden Maiden. Baby with me. Ooh, I've used that before. Surely. Okay, that's out. Shit, dude. I think you go Proton Backpack. Whatever keeps you safe-ish. Now, we are going to need HP. We're at 3.5. Still got 2 blanks. Just got to keep them busy here. Proton backpack ammo is not going to last forever. More red hearts, please. This room, I don't think warrants the use of this. We'll just go back to the Corsair quickly. And again, the Corsair may actually be like the most sensible choice for us in general here, but rooms with a lot of weak enemies, Corsair seems extremely sensible. You know what? Third blank from the sun. The answer I'm looking for was rock. Third rock from the sun. We're gonna use the Corsair for a little while here. And I hope that by putting so many bullets on the screen early here, we're creating a situation where it's plausible for us to not take damage against this jammed gun nut here. Whatever the game chooses to call him, I always forget. Dude, I don't know. The Corsair may actually be beautiful here. It's doing an amazing thing right now. The fact that it can actually aim into enemies, like home into them with the crutch, is lovely. I think that makes it so much more efficient and maybe even like usable on the Lich fight. We'll see. Like that was the real problem with the Corsair on the Lich fight, is that the Lich arena is too big, so the Corsair is missing like 80% of the time past the first shot. This might be solved in this situation. But it's been a pretty easy bullet hell so far, if I'm being honest with you. That was bad. And of course, you know, as soon as you say it's been a pretty easy bullet hell, you're inviting this sort of evil into your life. We have killed both of those guys now, though, so... Okay, we got out of it. I still think with 2.5 HP, there's a chance here. Oh, okay. I immediately go back on that decision. I got hit and then dodge rolled into the way of the hit and also into the way of the pit. Oh my lord. Has this room always existed down here in this hellish permutation? I love that we took all that damage just before we got into this fight, but, you know, there's no way to make it better. Let's do it. Now's the time. We got invincibility. We got the Excalibur. What's the secret? I think there's a lot of asset management that goes on right now. I think the secret is using... Oh, that sucks so bad. Is using invincibility only when it's strictly necessary, which I've already fucked up. Oh, God. That was lame. That's my bad. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. AK-47 is the revelation moment here. I love that item now. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It's loss number 7 on the Lich in a row. Click the like button if you enjoyed the episode and you want to see the series continue. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.